Have you ever heard of a queen so powerful she controlled the gateways to a continent's wealth? A ruler whose name echoed across the vast Indian Ocean? Today, we're journeying back in time to the vibrant Swahili Coast, a string of bustling city-states that were the jewels of East Africa. And at the heart of one of its most powerful centers, we find a story often overlooked by history. The story of Queen Fatima. Imagine a world where the monsoon winds were the highways of commerce. From the 10th to the 15th centuries, the Indian Ocean was a superhighway of trade. Ships laden with exotic goods crisscrossed these waters, connecting Africa, the Middle East, India, and even China. The Swahili Coast, with its deep harbors and strategic location, was the perfect middleman. Cities like Kilwa, Mombasa, and Zanzibar thrived, becoming cosmopolitan centers of incredible wealth and culture. They were the gatekeepers to Africa's treasures. Gold, ivory, and timber flowed out. This was the world Queen Fatima was born into, a world of power, politics, and immense opportunity. Our story focuses on the Sultanate of Zanzibar, also referred to as Unguja Yuku. While many Swahili city-states were ruled by male sultans, Zanzibar in the 13th century was different. It was under the rule of a queen, Fatima bint Muhammad al Alawi. Now, finding detailed records from this era can be challenging. Much of what we know comes from oral traditions and the writings of later explorers and chroniclers, like the famous Ibn Battuta, who traveled through the region about a century after her reign. But piecing together these fragments reveals a remarkable leader. Fatima wasn't just a figurehead. She was a shrewd political operator and a key player in the complex web of Indian Ocean trade. Her authority came from her lineage, tracing her ancestry back to the Prophet Muhammad, which gave her immense religious and social standing in this predominantly Islamic society. This lineage, combined with her dynastic control over Zanzibar, made her a force to be reckoned with. She wasn't just the Queen of Zanzibar. She was a critical node in a network that spanned thousands of miles. So, what made Zanzibar so important under her rule? Location, location, location. Zanzibar was perfectly positioned to serve as a major entrepot, a central hub for trade. Ready for the next leg of their journey east, Queen Fatima controlled this entire process. She would have overseen the collection of taxes and tariffs, managed the bustling port, and negotiated directly with merchants from Arabia, Persia, and India. Her court would have been a vibrant, multicultural place, filled with the sounds of different languages and the sights of exotic goods from around the world. Think about the power she held. By controlling the port, she controlled the flow of wealth. A ship captain needing to repair his vessel or buy supplies for the long voyage home answered to her authority. This strategic control didn't just make her wealthy. It gave her immense political leverage. She could favor certain trading partners, creating powerful alliances, or impose heavy tariffs on rivals. Her decisions could literally make or break fortunes and influence the political landscape of the entire Swahili Coast. But her influence wasn't just economic. As a female ruler in a patriarchal world, her very existence was significant. While female leadership wasn't unheard of in African societies, it was less common in the Islamic sultanates of the coast. Queen Fatima's successful reign demonstrated that leadership was about ability and capability, not gender. She maintained stability, fostering prosperity and defending her realm. However, her story takes a dramatic turn with the arrival of a rival power, the Sultanate of Kilwa. Located further south, Kilwa was another powerhouse on the Swahili Coast. Famous for its magnificent palace, Husuni Kubwa, and its control over the gold trade from Sofala, in modern-day Mozambique. Kilwa was ambitious and sought to expand its influence over the entire coast. Zanzibar, with its strategic port and thriving trade, was a prime target. The ruler of Kilwa at the time, Sultan al-Hassan ibn Talat, set his sights on Fatima's kingdom. According to the Kilwa Chronicle, a historical text that tells the story of the Kilwa sultans, the Sultan of Kilwa married Queen Fatima. By marrying Queen Fatima, the Sultan of Kilwa effectively brought Zanzibar under his control. It was a strategic master plan. While she may have lost her ultimate sovereignty, it's likely she retained significant local authority. As a respected leader with deep roots in Zanzibar society and a powerful lineage, she would have remained a crucial figure. The Sultan of Kilwa would have needed her cooperation to govern Zanzibar effectively and to keep the trade routes running smoothly. She likely became his representative, a governor-queen who continued to manage the island's affairs, just now under the overarching authority of Kilwa. This arrangement showcases her resilience and enduring importance. Even in a subordinate role, her influence was indispensable. Queen Fatima's legacy is a testament to the complex and often hidden roles of women in history. She wasn't just a passive pawn in a man's world. She was an active, intelligent ruler who commanded a vital commercial hub. Her story challenges our preconceived notions about leadership and power in the medieval Islamic world. She navigated a complex political landscape, managed a thriving economy, and left an indelible mark on the history of the Swahili Coast. Her reign highlights the strategic genius required to succeed in the competitive environment of the Indian Ocean trade. It was a world built on relationships, reputation, and the ability to control key geographical points. Queen Fatima understood this perfectly. She leveraged her heritage, her island's location, and her own political acumen to build and maintain her power for as long as she could. Today, as you walk through the narrow streets of Zanzibar's Stone Town, a UNESCO World Heritage Site, you are walking through the legacy of leaders like Queen Fatima. The unique blend of African, Arab, Indian, and European cultures that defines Zanzibar is a direct result of the thriving trade she and other Swahili rulers fostered. The intricately carved wooden doors, the bustling markets, the very spirit of the place is infused with this history. So, the next time you think of powerful queens from history, I hope you'll remember Queen Fatima of Zanzibar. A leader who ruled from the heart of a global trade network. A woman whose strategic importance shaped the destiny of an entire coastline. Her story is a vital piece of the rich, complex puzzle of African and world history. Thank you so much for joining me on this journey back in time. If you enjoyed learning about Queen Fatima and the Swahili Coast, please hit that like button, subscribe for more hidden stories from history, and let me know in the comments which historical figure you'd like to hear about next. See you in the next video.